feel so rusty doing this. I feel like I haven't done this in years. I forget even when my last stream was. I think it was for the World Cup. But what's up, boys? We are live for pre-season fun, pre-season action. It's kind of a weird thing of what we're doing in this stream and in the match review. We're playing a 90-minute game, but against two different teams. We're playing 45 minutes against Nottingham Forest, 45 minutes against Udinese in this Friuli Venezia Giulia Cup or whatever cup this is. I think it has to do with Udinese because they've been very favored in the format of this cup. But the first game that we're going to be playing very shortly is against Nottingham Forest, only 45 minutes. The lineup for that is on the screen for you right now. It is Chesney in goal, Xavi, Espart, Christensen, Jard Martin, and Jordi making up the back four. Fermin, Lopez, Bernal, and Fernaz in the midfield. Rafinha, Hamza, and Adeyemi front three. So excited to see Adeyemi out on the wing, which is I think where he should be. I think he'll be playing on the right and Rafinha on the left. But we'll see how it looks in game. Hamza leading the line. So after 45 minutes, we're going to have another lineup that will come out for the 45 minutes that we're going to play against Udinese. Based on how you win is how you get points. I mean, I think if you win the game, you get 3 points. If you win the game but penalty shootout, it's 2 points. And by the way, after 45 minutes, if it's a tie, they go right to penalties. And then if you lose on penalties, 1 point. And then if you don't, if you just lose the game, then you get 0 points. Whoever has the most points gets the cup. We had the first game, Udinese Forest. Udinese won 1-0, so they got 3 points. They won in 45 minutes. And now we're going to take on Forest. I think Forest will change their lineup a bit. I think that's how it's going to go because I don't think they're going to play, the whole entire team playing that specific time. So we're going to see how it fares. I'm excited to see Xavi Espart at right back. He is a good player. Hector's dyeing his hair white. We're being linked with Rodri. I don't know why Barcelona over the past few days have decided to do an absolute madness and actually do shit in the market. When I was on vacation, they've done nothing in 3 weeks. I wasn't even checking my phone half the time because we're just dead quiet. That now in since Thursday until now, just moving crazy. Araujo loan yesterday, Rodri coming in, Varane's gonna go to PSG in the next few days. Might go sign a center back. Rooney's leaving, Casado's leaving. It's been crazy. Which I like the sporadicness. I like the intensity, but it's a bit meh in terms of planning. Also, we'll see what happens with Ferran Torres. Not Ferran Torres. With Julian Alvarez on Monday as well. That'll be our last chance to get him. When's it gonna start? Actually, it should start in a few minutes. It's supposed to kick off at the top of the hour of the game, but right now they're showing the highlights of the first game, which is Udinese Forest, but it should start in the next 5-6 minutes. You think with less pressure, Ferran will cook? Probably, just like how I think Araujo might cook at Liverpool. Barcelona and Real Madrid is the peak of football. It's the pinnacle of all pinnacles, right? It's not easy for everybody. I think Ferran will do well in Liga, stat pad there, but I think UCL-wise, you won't see much from him. Unless there's injuries, he will not get into that Doué, Dembele, Cavani front three. 0% chance, so. I mean, him and Luis Enrique have a relationship since he dated his daughter, so I'm not too surprised he convinced him. But the fact that we're getting our money back for Ferran Torres, I think we bought him for 55. We're hoping to get 50, so 5 million for 4 years of Ferran. I'll take it. What's it, 4 years? 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, 4 seasons and a half of Ferran. So, getting a good fee. He wants to leave, let him bounce. I mean, if we kept him, cool. But if he wants to leave, by all means, let him bounce. And we'll see who. Now you could argue that Barcelona need 2 strikers as opposed to 1. Where can you watch the game? I'm watching it on. What am I watching it on? CBS Golazzo. I did notice as soon as the media Barcelona slandered you players buckled mentality like Araujo, Ferran, and Dembele, etc., etc. Well, they can slander you, yes, but you have every chance to come back. Like Ferran Torres, for example. The problem with Ferran Torres is this man went 3 months without scoring a goal. And when I was in the stadium, he scored his first goal in 3 months and decided to shush the fans. What kind of shit-ass mentality is that? Man's doing a world tour now because he scored the winning goal in the World Cup. He thinks he's one of the best strikers in the world. I saw him doing a FIFA rating. He put his shooting at 90. 90. I put it at 79 at best. Absolute tweaking. Excited to see from Min Lopez, by the way, seeing how he's going to cook. But I think Barcelona done very well in this window. We've improved the squad dramatically from last season. And hopefully we'll see in the next 2 or 3 weeks if we can make more deals happen. A center back and 2 striker, I think, is at least a center back and a striker is the bare minimum. So, and plus Rodri, so I'm thinking minimum guaranteed there's going to be 3 signings from Barcelona before this window ends, with Rodri being 1. So you could argue 2 maybe in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What betrayal is worse, Dembele or Varane? Varane does not feel like a betrayal whatsoever, so I will say Dembele, even though he's come out of it good in the end. But Varane is not a betrayal. I do not care about Varane. You shouldn't care about Varane either. I mean, the guy scores once every 2 months and decides to shush the fans like as if he's going to be successful. And I said to you in my match review after that Espanyol game where he shushed us, get him gone. And thankfully he's going. I also think he's still salty about getting subbed against Atletico in the second leg. Dude's trash. Deco won't sign a bum. I'll be Adeyemi, Olmo, Gordon in the 9. No, I mean, you have to sign a striker. You cannot just go with Adeyemi, Gordon, Olmo, Fermin, fucking me in the 9. You have to bring in someone. You can't rely on Hamza either. He's too young. I think signing 2, I think we should sign 2. I can make that case and make a whole argument, a whole video, a whole essay, a whole article about it. But you have to sign 1. Of course, don't sign a bum, but you gotta bring in someone. What channel is it on? CBS. CBS Sports is what this game is on. Make sure you are new, by the way. Hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to drop a like as well if you haven't done so already. Get Osimhen. I mean, that's not a bad option, but he will be very expensive from Galatasaray. He's going to be on very high wages. He has a big attitude problem. In terms of the quality of the player, 100%, why not? But there's too much noise and, what you call it, dead weight that comes with Osimhen that I think it's not worth it. I'd rather have Hamza for a season than Osimhen. Osimhen's going to cost you, 100 million? Because apparently Galatasaray I thought Galatasaray would want maybe 75, 80 million. Apparently they want 120. So it's 120. Big wages as well. He's on, I think, 500k a week in Turkey. At Barcelona, he might come down to 200. If you piss him off once, he'll go on strike. Like, it's not even worth your time. Hamza's ready for first team football? I agree. I mean, I think he's ready to maybe be that second choice striker, third choice striker, train with the first team, but never not rely upon him. We can absolutely not. To be fair, I don't think Fernandes should have came off in that second half. He was low-key cooking. I mean, what happens is what happens. I'll see when this game starts. It's going to be probably a little bit late, I feel like now. So tell us the names of the 2 strikers. I mean, that's not my job. I can't. If you don't get Julio, apparently, okay, so the rumors and the word on the street is that apparently Barcelona's plan B for Julian Alvarez, they have already agreed personal terms with this player. So the player has been told that if we don't sign Julian Alvarez, we're going to come for you and we want you. Nobody knows who the name is. Why not Vlahovic for free? The first name that came in my head, to replace Ferran Torres was Vlahovic. A decent striker that needs a little bit of love on a free transfer. If you tell him to knock down his wage demand considerably, 1 to 2 million sign on bonus because he's a free agent, I would take Vlahovic as a option too. I'd rather have Vlahovic next season on the bench than Hamza. I think Hamza needs a full season with Barca Athletic to develop his game. He's only been here for 6-7 months. Even when he came in January, he had to get his work permit from Egypt, so it took him a long time to even, play a game. So, thank God Ferran's leaving. I think Ferran will hold bench even more at PSG. Sporadically, he will have more minutes at Barca, and I agree with that, Sochi. I think that's a great point. To be fair, the PSG love to just, play nobody in Liga and then, go for in the Champions League. So he might get bare Liga minutes. But if he goes and starts for PSG, round 16, quarterfinal, semifinal, Champions League, fair enough to him. I just don't think that would be the case. When I get Osimhen, too expensive, too much baggage. You're gonna spend 120 million and big wages on a guy that if you piss off once, he'll go on strike and cause a problem in the dressing room. So I think the quality is there, the profile I like, but just too much baggage with him. So I personally wouldn't. If he was cheaper, like 80, 75 million, I would risk it. Um, but not when it's that expensive. Ramona coming out with a Romero tweet that Romero would be very keen and happy to join Barcelona, but the club currently have other priorities. Barcelona are aware of the situation, but their main focus right now is Rodri. A move for Romero would be considered later if the club decides to enter the race. So interest is there for Romero, but nothing serious. Al Ahly have contacted Barcelona about Casado. I think it looks like Casado's destination might be Spain. Here are the players in the tunnel. By the way, they are wearing the orange kit for some reason. Forest playing a very, very good team, by the way. They're playing one of their strongest teams. They had a lot of their reserves play against Udinese, and this one's going to be, their stronger team. Like, Morgan Gibbs White is playing and stuff like that. So, Rafa, captain, of course. Players in the tunnel getting ready to come out for the game. It's A and B team, I guess. We'll have to see, honestly. He might start, maybe some of these players to get more minutes, right? To get their fitness up. Joe started for PSG today, made an assist. Good for him. If we yank Romero from Athletic, GG's on getting Julian. I would wait for Monday, wait for Julian to meet with Simeone. If there's a 0% chance we're getting Julian, go yank Romero. If Athletic tell you, we'll give you Julian if you let us sign Romero and give us good money for Julian, of course I would do that. I'd rather have Julian than Romero, 100%, 100,000,000%. But if you're in a league club, if you're the best club in the world, you get both. But we'll know on Monday/Tuesday whether Julian is possible or not. If he's not possible, go get Romero, genuinely. This game is taking place in Italy, of course, for those who are wondering. Romero will give you more red cards than Araujo. I disagree with that completely. I think people lack footballing knowledge when they say that. Romero in a shit Spurs team, where he's a leader, he's a captain, has gotten multiple red cards. Yes, it's Premier League, high intensity. They're more about, pressing and, on the front foot than in other leagues like Serie A and La Liga, where it's a bit more slower, a bit more tactical. So he's a bit rash, 100%. But have you seen Romero drop a sinker for Argentina? Have you seen Romero get a red card for Argentina? No. Because when he's in a team surrounded by elite players, an elite defense, an elite mentality, and an elite manager, he also matches that level. I've watched Romero since 2021 for Argentina, all the tournaments, 2 Copa Americas, Finalissima, 2 World Cups. Never have I seen him drop a stinker in 6 years for the national team. There's a reason for that. I think you put Romero in this Barca team, beside Kubarsi, I think his level will equal the level of his teammates. I don't see him getting rash red cards and stuff like that. When you're in a shit team with shit fullbacks, fucking Ben Davies as your left back, like let's be real. Romero's right-footed. That is true. I wish he was left-footed, but when you have elite partnerships, I think the preferred foot kind of goes out the window. Piqué and Puyol were successful. They were both right-footed. Piqué and Mascherano were successful. They were both right-footed. I think for me, left-footed, it really comes down to how much you want to heavily rely on the system. Both Kubarsi and Romero have played left center back for Barca and Spurs, respectively, so they've been in that position before. Players coming up, by the way. So I wouldn't, if you're signing, tactical players, yes, look at left-footed. Aymeric Laporte, for example, that's a big, advantage to his game. If you're going to sign, like if we're going to go, if Van Dijk says, oh, I want to come to Barcelona, do I care what foot he is? No, he's an elite fucking defender. He's the most built center back that you can ever have. I don't care if he's left-footed or right-footed. It would be nice if he's left-footed, sure, but I would sign Van Dijk in a heartbeat. Same thing for me with Romero. They're playing Viva La Vida for some reason. Anyone believe Barcelona are better than Madrid? Wait, anyone believe Barcelona are better than Madrid? We are better than Madrid. What are you talking about? What if Romero gets actually pressed by elite clubs like PSG, Bayern, Arsenal, and national football is lower pace? In national, yeah, but he's gone to lower pace. Sure, I agree, but he's come up against elite teams. He's faced France, he's faced England, and again, he's dropping masterclass, not good games, not quiet games, masterclass after masterclass. Is it confirmed that Julian will speak to Athletic on the 10th? Yes, on the 10th. I'll speak that he'll have a meeting with Simeone. He's gonna beg Simeone to tell Atletico to let him leave. If that doesn't happen, then he's not coming. Would you prefer Laporte or Romero? Great question. I would be good with either, to be honest. I'll go with Romero. I think he's a better defender. There's more longevity in Romero. He'll be cheaper as well. People don't talk about that. Laporte will cost you 50, 60 million from Athletic Club. Romero will be cheaper. And I think there's more longevity in his game as well. Do they have numbers on the back of their kits and names? They have names, no numbers. Excited to see Fermin. I miss Fermin, man. I need some Fermin ball in my life. But, you know, Forest are playing their strongest team. You know, Igor Jesus and Morgan Gibbs White and Nico Williams. Like, they're going all out. Did the game get delayed? No, it's a very short turnaround. I don't know why they say 3 o'clock kickoff. It's a very short turnaround because the Udinese game and Forest game like just ended. But coin toss now. We should be starting in the next 3 minutes or so. So we'll see. And Ahli are interested in Casado, who said to leave Barcelona. The player doesn't rule out transfer Saturday, but wants to consider all his offers before he makes a decision without being rash. We still have to sign Cancelo, by the way. Would you give Ferran 280k a week to keep him happy? You can't sign a backup with his level, man. No. Ferran Torres on fucking 300k a week. What are you smoking? Give me $100 a week and I'll do a better job. The fuck? He was on 200 basically already, but I think it was like 195 or something. That's more than suitable for his level and what he gives to the team. That's ridiculous. 300k a week. Our top earner is Lamine on 300. You want to give Ferran a fucking Lamine contract? Be for real. I'd rather have Hamza as a backup. I'd rather have Vlahovic on lower wages than Ferran. Ferran does not wow me. You know, the fact that he's, you know, mates with everybody and, you know, Spanish is, you know, a nice bonus. But apart from that, he's very, very average. Very, very reliant on confidence. By the way, RIP Jorge Messi, man. What a sad moment. So are we signing 2 strikers starting in a backup, a defender, and Rodri, but we are selling Ferran, Cancelo, Rooney, loaning Araujo? Honestly, sounds good. Maybe another fullback IMO we should sign. Well, we're definitely signing Cancelo. Hopefully. Should be the case. If we don't sign Cancelo, then 100% we have to sign a left back. Rodri coming in, yes. 2 strikers, I would not say is guaranteed. I think that's what should happen, but I think 1,000,000,000% we have to sign a striker. We have no striker in the team. So, striker signing is guaranteed as well, so. Why don't you live stream the match? Because I got my YouTube channel taken down. Are you Egyptian? No, I'm not Egyptian. Kubarsi doesn't get head red card for Spain, but he does under Flick. That's should say something about Flick's system. Can Romero cope? Very good point. I think he can't cope. I think these are 2 elite defenders now that have experience with the national team, have had, you know, big success that can hack it. I firmly believe that. I could be wrong. I need to go as soon as those PG rumors came. Bro's been moving on a fucking tour these past 2 weeks in the media. Thank God he's gone, man. Has the match started? Not yet. Yeah, look at this lineup from Forest. Igor Jesus, Milinkovic, Ndoye, the Switzerland players, and Gotti, Gibbs White. Fucking their whole basic strongest team. It's just Flick's highline. That's the question. People like to highlight the highline. It's not about the highline. Like Flick said last season, the highline is what's best for Barcelona, but other things have to be in play in order to not be nullified and have vulnerabilities in the highline, which is what? The pressing, the movement, and the intensity. If you don't press and you leave the highline vulnerable, what's the highline supposed to do, right? If everything is in play, like we saw in the domestic treble season, you can cook. But when you stop, you know, pressing and fucking, you know, whoever in the midfield is scratching their balls, not pressing, front line not pressing. You got Ferran Torres missing sitters after sitter. What must man do, fam? But the game has kicked off. But this is just me, or does anyone else want Alvarez? Hope for Alvarez. Anyway, by Gerard Martin. Vlahovic wants 250 a week and 10 million sign-on bonus. That's why Juventus said now. Yeah, if he wants that, then no. I think he's worth maybe 150 a week. 1 to 2 million sign-on bonus. He's at a point now where he's been clubless for 2 months, and Barcelona come knocking. So I think if we just offer him anything genuinely, he might take it. But for that, definitely not. Rafinha, Pedri is blonde. LOL. No, I think he's more gray and white than blonde. Rafinha on the right wing. Is that correct? I think he's better on the left. He is on the left. The graphic is incorrect. It is Rafinha on the left and Adeyemi on the right, which should be the case. For me in the 10, Hamza up top, Bernal and Bernaz in the middle. So yeah, just switch Rafinha and Adeyemi on the graphic and everything else is correct. Another tweet here from Romano about Barcelona. PSG have officially informed Barcelona that they have agreed personal terms with Ferran Torres. PSG have now also told Barcelona they will soon bid for Ferran as the club-to-club talks are set to accelerate in the next few days. So in the next week, we'll probably get a Ferran. Here we go. Cross comes in, all the way over. Cleared away by Xavi Espart. Corner kick for Forest. So yeah, PSG are doing what they want. They want Ferran Torres not to join Barcelona's preseason, and that will probably now most likely happen. Timer count? No timer's name. My timer's broken and I was too lazy to fix it. It's fucking preseason, who cares? And plus the halves are changing and stuff. What's the score? Still 0-0. Still 0-0. Corner comes in, third away. Offside flag is up. Make sure, by the way, if you are new, to drop a like down below, subscribe as well if you haven't done so already. I want Joao Pedro if we can get Julian. Joao Pedro might be more impossible to get than Julian Alvarez. Handanovic in the stadium. I haven't heard him or seen him in forever. Watching from India versus Barca. Appreciate it. How much should we realistically expect? How much should we realistically expect for Ferran? I'd say about 50-60 million. That's a good price. That's how much we paid for him as well. So you're getting that back. With 1 year left on his contract, he wants to leave. I think that's a good deal. With Ferran gone, we need 2 strikers, man. I agree. I've been saying it that we need 2 strikers. I think 100% we will sign 1. Whether we get 2, I think is a bit of a question. The club might just say, hey, just use Adeyemi or Gordon up front or Olmo, because then you have a lot of overload in the midfield. So, how many are you at? I'm at 3 minutes and 9 seconds, 3 minutes 10, 3 minutes 11, 3 minutes 12. That's what I'm at. Trophy expectation for this upcoming season. I will drop a prediction video once the transfers window is done. I will drop my official, as I do every year. I've been quite accurate the past few years. I said last season we'd win 2, we won 2. Under Flick, I said we'd win 2, we won 3. Xavi trophy list, I predicted we'd go trophy list. Xavi first season, I said 2, we were going to win 2. So I was, apart from the domestic treble season, I've been very, very accurate. I think actually the second season when Xavi won trophies, I said we win 1 trophy and we won 0, so fairly close with that. On the back line with Martin, Christensen, with Araujo leaving now, Christensen needs to stay fit, and that's another reason why you get a signed center back, because you can't rely on Christensen for a whole season. Here comes Fermin down the right end. Adeyemi lays it up to him. Fermin is down the right, pushing the crossbar, puts to find Rafinha. Good tackle by the Forest defender, corner kick Barca. Beautiful counter attack that by Fermin, Christensen, and Adeyemi. Fermin should have went in the middle to Hamza. I don't know, but he wanted to go for a post to Rafinha. How do you feel about the Rodri transfer? Very, very good deal. You're getting an experienced player, one of the best players in the world, one of the best, if not the best midfielder in the world, best player of the World Cup. In his 30s, 30 years old, so you get him for 3 or 4 years. Frankie gonna be out injured for a while. Experienced leadership that we lost with Lewandowski, you gain back with him. An upgrade on Casado. There's nothing really wrong with him as long as we don't overspend. It's a phenomenal deal for Barcelona. Gives the midfield some freedom. You can see maybe Pedri and Frankie play a bit more forward. Gavi as well. So yeah, phenomenal deal. Apparently the fee for Rodri will be around 60 million euros, which I think is a good deal for a player like him with 1 year left in his contract as well. So basically Ferran pays for Rodri, which again I would definitely do in a heartbeat. Rodri would be way better for this team, way more useful than Ferran. There's a free kick here for Barcelona, an in-swinger. Rafinha, captain, is on it. Whips it in. Head all the way over. But also the flag is up on Christensen. Luis Campos likes the low ball team like he did for Kuyush and Goods. Maybe he will try to bid 30 plus 15 for Varane. No chance. No chance I would accept that. Barcelona, you never know. I personally value Ferran at about 55 million. If you offer me 50, I'll take it. What I love about this as well is that Barcelona are gonna let him leave. They're not gonna try and beg him to stay. Thank God we're not begging Ferran Torres to stay at the club, man. You know how bad that would have been? How bad of a look? So, shout out to Deco, man. Deco is absolutely cooking beyond belief. But the lowest I might take for Ferran is like 45 plus 10. Maybe 40 plus 15. Nowhere near would I go into the 30s for him. What are your thoughts on the Rodri signing? I just said it, but very, very good. And once I drop the done deal video, I'll give you guys like my full in-depth thoughts on it. Just curious, him and Pedri seem to not work that great at the World Cup. Maybe it's just a bad World Cup for Pedri with more time and different system. Him and Rodri can work together. That's a good point. Pedri did have the most chances created at the World Cup. I just think that Spain just needed a bit more intensity. I think a Rodri-Pedri pivot would work better for Barcelona than it does for Spain, because Spain play more of an advanced 8, more advanced style, as opposed to what Barcelona will do. I honestly think that Rodri and Frankie would feed generations. I think that could be a sneaky good option. But I fully trust it will work. I don't think Flick would go out there and beg for Rodri and call Rodri and convince Rodri if he knew that he'd have question marks about him and Pedri working. I just think that was a bit rash from De La Fuente. He preferred Fabian in those two in the game against, what was it, Belgium, France, and Argentina in the World Cup final. It's a World Cup, right? 7 games, so you had to make some change. In the end, the change worked, and he stuck with it. Because if the change failed, he would have went right back to Pedri, right? So, if Alvarez deal does not happen, most of us Barca fans will celebrate defeating Atletico more than Madrid. If it does happen, it does not. Yeah, I think we will. I think next season against Atletico will be very, very fierce. Think Frankie will leave? Nope, not this summer. Next summer, maybe. Depends on how well Rodri does. I think keeping them is the move. Frankie's the captain of the club now with Araujo and Ter Stegen gone. Are Casado and Rooney getting sold or loaned? Casado will definitely be a sale. Rooney, we don't know. Could be a loan, could be a sale. With Rooney, all options are open. But free kick here for Forest. Taking short, gives White, whips it in. Poor cross, cleared away very, very easily. Would the Flick apply to Ferran when he told him I'm out? You think Flick put him in his place, or said okay good luck? I think he said okay good luck, but like okay whatever. See ya. Here's Ndiaye down the side. Good defending that by Adeyemi. Alright, because I'm really getting lower, so just answered that. Yeah, go for it down the right hand side. Oh, it's really itching there. But Marcelo playing out from the back. So who's winning the UCL next season? If we get a striker in Rodri, are you finally confident? World-class striker in Rodri. This season home kit or last season's Barca boy. I swear you make a video, but I forgot what you said. Oh, this new one is better than last season's for sure. What's the update with Cancelo? He's finally returned to El Hilal pre-season. Barcelona still want him. They expect the deal to go through, but they're just waiting for El Hilal to see what's going to happen with Casado, because Casado's involvement might, bring down the price of the Cancelo operation, but there's no doubt that Cancelo will be a Barca player at some point this summer. Barca treble, here we go. Are we getting that Salnales left back kid or not? Oh, the racing guy. It's been quite quiet on that. I don't think we will unless the Cancelo deal does fail. I think what you expect from Barcelona is Rodri, Cancelo, striker, center back, maybe another striker. But that's it. How do you think Rodri de Jong will feed generations via charity? Joking, of course. I just think that people are using the logic that, oh, Pedri and Rodri don't work. Frankie de Jong as an 8 is remarkable. I think as a 6, he's fantastic. I think he's world class in both positions. 1 second Adiemi, not enough pace to get him behind. So I think Frankie de Jong is better going forward on the ball than Pedri's. I think Pedri's technique, tempo controlling, and vision is better than Frankie, but I think Frankie's ability to dribble forward and make progressing runs is better than Pedri. And if that's what you need from an 8 with Rodri sitting and doing the tempo controlling and creating the spaces and stuff, it feeds generations. I know Barcelona doesn't do this type of stuff, but would you sacrifice La Liga for UCL this season? I would sacrifice UCL for literally anything. Anything in life, I would sacrifice for UCL. You think Barcelona will get another UCL easily knockout round? Barcelona has been lucky past 3 seasons. You're not wrong. We have been very lucky with the draws in terms of, not facing the best teams. Cross comes in from Forest all the way over. Cross comes in, headed away by Christensen, drops it in die. All the way wide from, in die from Nico Williams, I think. So yeah, I would sacrifice UCL for anything. And I think we will get another UCL easy route. I mean, I've seen Barcelona fail in all regards. Easy route, hard route, home game, second leg, home game, first leg. I've seen it all, so I don't really care. Of course, as a fan, you're going to always want the easy route, but honestly speaking, I don't think there's no preference. Barcelona just have to win it. Oh, that's his chances in the stadium. Of course, former Udinese and Barca player. With Barcelona, we're at a point now where you just have to win it. You're so... All these conspiracy theories, stuff like that, are too far-fetched for a team that hasn't won it. Has the game started yet? It has started. We're in the 13th minute. Don't forget we saw some of the Frankie best version next to Busquets and Romeo. Very, 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 very true. You think with Rodri signing with Barcelona, we'll have a better midfield than PSG? Yeah, 100%. I'll see PSG's midfield what they did in the World Cup. Stinker and hooked. Disney clears the ball. What do you think Madrid should try to achieve? Personally, I think they want to win the league, but will fail. From their perspective, they spent a lot of reinforcement not to win anything. I think their objective is to fucking win something. They've won 2 seasons now without winning anything. But a lot of the Madrid fans that I know in group chats, on Chaos, they all said if they could pick any trophy to win this season, it would be La Liga. Barcelona 3-peating La Liga would be absolutely insane. And that's a strong objective, I think, for Barcelona this upcoming season as well. A La Liga and a Champions League double would... Ugh. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Super Cup's going to be in February, so that's going to be a bit different feeling. It's not going to be in Saudi either. It's going to be, I think, like in America or fucking like Turkey or something. So things are changing this season. But for Madrid, their objective is to definitely win a trophy. And the trophy they probably want to win the most is the league. Because the league sets consistency, the league sets parameters, league provides a strong reputation over a period of time. This is what Barcelona have done. Our path has been, we won the league with Xavi, we won, back-to-back league titles with Flick, we've gotten some Super Cups and Copa del Rey's in there, we've advanced further in the Champions League than we have recently, we've gotten to the, quarterfinals and semifinals in the past 2 seasons, so you're making the baby steps, and that's what Real Madrid want to do. Of course, they have the cross comes in, or get punched away by Chesney. Of course, with Real Madrid, they have the Champions League juju, so it's different for them, but that's kind of the same progress they want to follow. Adiemi in the middle to Fermin Lopez. Fermin has some space. Goes out wide to Rafinha. Terrible pass by Fermin. Goes out for a Forest throw-in. Oh, it's raining like crazy outside. Heart of hearts, do you think Alvarez deal is happening? If I had to put money on it, I would think no. I think the time to do it was during that hype when we just signed Gordon and we were going for Alvarez. The time to do it was then. Catch Athletic off guard. He asked to leave. That was the time to do it. Now that you've waited and stuff and Athletic are really not budging. Heart of hearts, I don't think it'll happen. Just sacrifice a Super Cup for UCL. Also, of course, I would, of course, do that. Also, is it just me or last season I didn't see Frankie making those late runs that he absolutely cooked on? He did. I've seen them. A good example of it was in the Super Cup final where he, got the red card in the end, but absolutely feasted and cooked in that game. Honestly, the Super Cup is underrated. It kind of, sets the tone for the second half of the season. Yeah, I love it. I think, a Super Cup, Champions League, La Liga season would be phenomenal. Who's our striker going to be? Right now, our striker is Hamza. So, Hamza Abdul Karim. So, we have to sign a striker. If we don't sign one, you'll see Gordon there, you'll see Olmo there, Flick will just tinker until something works. For now, 1-2 with the Spart. Martin goes back to Chesney. Chesney just lets it fly. Don't forget, after 45 minutes, if there's no goals, we'll go to penalty shootout. We should sign Morata just to remake Spanish national team. Hell no. Are there any good defenders on the market? Yeah, you have Christian Romero, who's available for 40 million, which is an absolute steal. American Laporte, who can be for sale. Multiple people available. Are we gonna keep Koundé for now? We kind of have to now. If you sell Koundé, you're gonna have fucking no defenders at this point. So, I think Koundé has the talent and has shown enough at Barcelona that he deserves one more season. Of course, very poor last season. The season before that, he was phenomenal. So, he had quite a good World Cup as well. Quite alright. He got, of course, the semifinal with France as the starter. So, I think he's warranted one more season. He's not like a Araujo, Ferran Torres type of bozo, but he was a bozo last season. Here's Hamza, good hold-up play, gets fouled. We're gonna watch the match. I'm watching on CBS. I had to get a CBS subscription because beIN Sports lost the rights to La Liga. I don't believe my eyes. There's Christensen. Why the Xavi Spark? Who's number 8 on Barca? Can't tell it's Pedri. It's not Pedri, it's Farinas. I don't know how you really pronounce it per se. But yeah, no Spanish player that was in the World Cup is in preseason. They'll all come back on next week on Tuesday. What minute are you at? I'm at 19, 10, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, all the World Cup, players will come back on Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. What La Liga was streaming? How will La Liga be on? I think it's on DAZN and Disney Plus now. I don't know how the hell they're on Disney Plus, but they're on Disney Plus. Great defending that by Bernal. Got the throw in there as well. Holy, it's really coming down. Absolutely pouring. I kind of like our right backs. Yeah, not crazy to say that. I played this Barca went twice. I played this Barcelona went twice, 9 o'clock and 8 o'clock. They'll be nice for small teams like Forest can beat Barca burning. Okay. Koundé, ever since he joined, has been good apart from last season. UCU players to have one bad season and then recover. The difference between Araujo and Ferran and Koundé is that fans haven't turned on Koundé. It's not a toxic relationship. That I agree with. Some fans think that Koundé is ass. I see some people tweet like Decos, please sell Koundé. Like you said, yeah, Koundé was my favorite player up until last season where he lost that title. He's been at the club now for what, 1, 2, 3 seasons? 3? 4. 4. 1, 2, 3. He's been at the club for 4 seasons. He's had 3 great seasons and then 1 bad one, so. Now that Spark guy looks decent, good on the ball, on his feet. Yeah, Travis Spark has some good talent to him. Just got pressed off the ball for a throw-in. Left-on header, cleared away. Chance there for Forest, but hit over the bar. I went to the France versus Portugal World Cup game in Philly. Everyone was talking about Mbappe and Elisa, and I was there frankly overseeing Kunde IRL. That's amazing. If we replace that idiot Araujo with another idiot Romero, I ain't watching next season. If you think Romero's an idiot, your football IQ is very, very low. Can I be your friend? Of course you can be my friend. Here come Forest. Cross comes in. Another hit over the bar. Igor Jesus. Forest have missed 2 big chances. Barcelona have not really had a chance yet. It's 22 minutes gone, so we are halfway through the first half. Bro, ain't no way Kuti is a great defender. Ain't no way Kuti is a great defender. He's dog shit. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. Goal kick given. Forwards are asking for a penalty. It's pre-season. Relax. Holy. Will we ever see Araujo play for Barcelona again? He was my favorite player in 2023. We might. I definitely wouldn't rule it out. He's an international merchant. Let's be real. He's dropped some. You know, when he first joined Spurs, when they were actually a semi-decent team, he was very good then. But no one wants to talk about that. They'll just look at the last 2 years. And he down the right hand side. Can he get there? Puts the cross in. Hamza couldn't get there. This is but I mean, look how much better he is in this game as opposed to the Birmingham game. I think Guti is class. Tottenham is not a serious club. I agree. What do you think about Mikel Tatze, the Villarreal striker? I mean, I'll take him. I think he'd be good as a number 2. I wouldn't take him as to lead the line for a season. But yeah, it's like a number 2 to Julian Alvarez or Harry Kane or Haaland or something like that. Absolutely, 100%. The great part about football that we'll see a lot that will decrease the market price, that we're gonna see, I think every club have release clauses now, having to put players release clauses in players' contracts. So that will help a lot. I know that Mikel Tetsi does have a release clause since he is playing in Spain. I don't see it, man. I watch him versus Tottenham, and every time he's just so rash, an 18-year-old kid, and he's like 26, 27. Fair enough, difference of opinion. I think you put him in Barcelona, I think he cooks. Man, you think we can sign Haaland or Kane? No. Yeah, no. Kane maybe a few months ago when he had a release clause. Is Mikatadze better than Aslani? I would say so, yes. Again, Aslani, another good option to bring in as, a second choice striker. Not to lead the line. According to the Bayern president, their transfer window is over. So probably not Kane. Yeah, no Kane. Kane was realistic a few months ago, not realistic now. I've lost my hope. I've lost most of my hope on a major striker signing this summer. No, we have to. So I haven't lost hope because we have to. So I'm optimistic. I just want to know who the backup for Alvarez is because Joao Pedro's not leaving Chelsea. So one Hamza as a backup to Alvarez would not be bad. I can't lie. Hamza is very raw, but second option is not bad. I think. I agree. I just think that it's better that he's with Barca Athletic for a full season. He's only come in January. He's played for Barca Athletic for 2-3 months. You're going to put too much pressure, too much reliance on him to be the number 2 striker, so I personally wouldn't. I'd rather sign 2 strikers and have him as number 3, where he should be. Then anyone that gets injured, he can come next in line. But to rely on him on number 2 is quite heavy. Is Rodri the best DM ever? No. Busquets is miles clear. Here come Forest. Get defending that by Martin. Cross comes in, cleared away by Spart. Is Krupi still on the table? Krupi is injured. He's out for 4 months. So he's injured, so we will not be going for Krupi. On ball by Forest, straight into the hands of Szczesny. 17 minutes to go here. This has been very, very boring. 1 or 2 chances for Forest. Nothing for Barcelona going forward. A decent cross from Fermin. That was really it. Can we rely on Adeyemi and Gordon striker shifts if we sign Julian and top center back? We might have to. I think that would be the club's idea. I personally wouldn't. But I wouldn't be very mad at it if the club do that. I would understand. That's really unfortunate for Krupi on the cusp of being signed for Barcelona and you get injured. Game is game. Apparently, Bournemouth wanted 100 million, so we pulled out of the Krupi deal before he got injured. Don't Bournemouth want 100 million for Krupi? Yeah. So they wanted 100 for him, and then he got injured a week later. So regardless of whether it's the injury or the fee, we were signing Krupi. My eye's been really itchy this stream for some reason. Make sure if you are new, by the way, and you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down below. So much is going to be happening. Oh, here comes Gibbs White. Oh, he hits the bar. Again, just Forest. It is their strongest team. But off the bar there from Morgan Gibbs White. Yeah, a lot of videos will be coming up over the next few weeks. La Liga starting as well. Transfer window coming to the end. Barcelona having to make, again, 3 signings are guaranteed. So if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down below. Are you hoping for Champions League? Champions League number 6. If we sign an elite striker in Rodri. Who's gonna start, Fermin or Olmo? To start the season, it should be, I would say, Fermin. But we'll see what Flick does. I wonder if a loan deal for some striker in the EPL is worth it, like an Isak or something. I mean, if we could get Isak, that'd be great. Here comes Barcelona on the counter attack. Adeyemi out wide to Rafinha. Here comes Rafinha down the right hand side. Rafinha cuts aside, goes down. No penalty given there either. It is preseason. We'll let that slide. Where to watch? I'm watching on CBS. There's a difference in mentality. When Forest could have had a penalty, they were screaming at the referee, give it. Barcelona could have had a penalty. We just move on with our lives. Fiscal Barça. Bisca Catalunya. So dangerous. I don't know what is going on with Julian. I hear reports saying Simeone talked to Gil Martin and he doesn't want Alvarez to stay. Then it comes down the media and he says he will stay. So frustrating. Monday is the big day. Monday, Alvarez will return from his holiday. He will sit down and meet with Simeone and say, please help me leave. I want to leave. And we'll see if Simeone can convince Atletico Madrid or not. Because, of course, Madrid absolutely love him. We signed Rodri and a great striker, and that Inter-Atletico UCL elimination sends me to... How about Arsenal sign Alvarez? Atletico refused to work with him, and then we get Gyökeres. I'd take that. I don't know. That was a clear penalty. Who cares? Gyökeres. Would I pick Gyökeres? Sure, because we have no one, so I can't really sit here and be picky. But I don't think Gyökeres is an elite striker that will lead us to Champions League dominance per se. And how much would he cost? If he's like 50, 60 million, sure. But if he's gonna be like 100 million, absolutely not. From in. Oh, wide to Adeyemi. Cuts inside, lost the ball. I suppose that we need to rightfully control the back line and complete the crucial transfers. Yes, we gotta sort out the Juni and stuff really fast. We can't start the league without a striker. At this point, probably Olmo, fucking Gordon up front for the start of the season, but we'll see who we sign in the end. I would imagine if they are forcing Gyökeres out, we'd get him for cheap. Hopefully. I wouldn't be too opposed to that. Who is going to be in the next match lineup? We'll have to wait and see. I have no idea. They'll release it. Probably when this game ends, they'll probably release it. We can't be serious. Gyökeres will not be better than the other options. Is Gyökeres better than Ferran Torres? Is he better than Vlahovic? Is he better than fucking Aslani? Milkotat? I think it's up there. Gyökeres is my 9. Shoot me now and end the pain. That's how I felt about Ferran. I'm not saying Gyökeres is better than other options, just that Arsenal have to show an interest in Alvarez, and after they refuse to work with us, Alvarez is leaving 100%. I'd take Gyökeres off his hand. What if we tell Arsenal, hey, we will give you 10 million. All we need you to do is buy Alvarez, and we will pay whatever you paid to you buy Alvarez for 120 million from Atletico, then sell him to us for 120, and we'll pay 130 for him. That's some 5D chess there. Why isn't Gordon playing? He's still on vacation. He comes back on Tuesday with the Spanish players. We keep buying flipping wingers when we need strikers and new center back. It's coming. Relax. Tranquilo. I'm seriously saying this. I think that Sardine is better than Gyökeres. That's kind of wild. They would get taxed to all hell. We'll cover the taxes. Of course, that's very unrealistic. But I would tell Arsenal, hey, buy Alvarez for 120. We'll give you, 135, 140, make worth their while, and let Alvarez be in on it. That would break Atletico and Arsenal's relationship. They wouldn't do that. It's obviously very unrealistic, but I only dream. Can that work legally? Yeah, we've seen players get bought and sold in the same window. We bought Emerson from Betis and sold him 2 weeks later to Spurs. Shot comes in, off the post, rebound. Oh, what a miss! Barcelona's first chance of the game. Fernandez hitting the post from distance. Great shot from him. Then the rebound dropped to Hamza, and he missed it. He scored, of course, the rebound against Birmingham City, but couldn't score in this game. Adeyemi, fantastic. Up top of the box, great strike. Off the post, rebound straight at the keeper. Anywhere else that's going in, man. Do you think we can win the league if Madrid and Barca don't... If Madrid and Barca don't get Rodri? I think we're winning the league regardless. I mean, I don't think that would work because of the new contract. I mean, it's been done before in the market, so. Shot by Nico Williams, blocked by Christensen. Hamza go back to Egypt now. Adeyemi is looking really nice on the wings, man. Thank God we're getting a striker, and he's not gonna be our striker. He looks so much better out wide. Here's Hamza, great hold up play. Out wide to Rafinha. Rafinha in the middle to Fernaz. Or Farinas. Farinas. Still 10 minutes to go. I feel like I've been watching this game for an hour now. Oh, it's ringing like crazy. You know how desperate Barca will look if they sell Ferran first. Any striker you want, adding money. Exactly. I think I mentioned this in a video a week ago when I was speaking about Ferran Torres. I think it was Fernando Polo that brought that great point. If you sell Ferran before you sign a striker, every club in the world, oh, great move by Rafinha. Shot blocked. Great nutmeg by him. If you sell Ferran before you buy a striker, everyone in the world will know you want you need a striker. So all the prices will go up. They know you have money as well because of the Ferran sale. So it would be smart by Barcelona to sign at least one striker, even if it's like a Vlahovic or Aslani, and then sell Ferran. But in Deco, I trust. Here's Bernal from distance. His shot is blocked as well. If not Alvarez, then who should we sign? I don't know. Can you show the game? Sorry, I can't. To be honest, we can never produce a striker ourselves in the academy because of the way we play. We don't really focus on scoring. We focus on possession and stuff like that. No, not terrible. We've got, Mark Guiu. Hamza's coming out from the academy. He's not terrible. We've had a few strikers, but not as, regularly as other positions, that's for sure. The Sardine and Yahoo and Hitler are all gone from my club in one window. Allah's great. Alhamdulillah. Maybe this is a bit wild, but if we have any money left, maybe a better backup goalie. I think a backup goalie situation is interesting right now. And next up, I think that's more than the next time situation, especially with Alex Ramiro of Sociedad. If he does not renew his contract, Barcelona will be all over that. But I agree. I don't really like Szczesny as a number 2. I don't think Szczesny is good enough to be the number 2. You have, still Aaron Jakubashvili with the team. I would rather have him as number 2. Of course, Naka Pena is gone. Astralaga is gone as well. I think Astralaga went to Atletico Madrid B team, and of course Naka Pena went to Panathinaikos or something. But you're right. I agree, but I wouldn't be something I'd worry about now. We need a center back more. We need a striker more. So right now the striker. We need world class. Who is the Sardine from LOL? Clumy, and it's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres is the Sardine. Noticing me. I just know the Clásicos will be Madrid in their box defending and coming out with pace and counters, like it always has been. Has it not been that over the past 2 years? Nothing's gonna change. Endoy, heavy touch, shot straight at Szczesny. I'm missing a lot of chats now because I took a little break. Ferran Torres was at Baltimore Ravens practice yesterday. LOL, he doesn't even speak a lick of English. So no, he does. His English is very good. But yeah, again, he's on a generational PR run. I would not be surprised if we got an agreement with Ramiro lined up and we announced it in January or something. That would be great. That would be smart. Because I don't mind Ramiro as a backup to Joan Garcia. I think Szczesny is beyond watch. Szczesny will leave next summer. That's a fact. I feel Ferran's ego is getting to him. He thinks he changed the course of football, literally. I know it might not be realistic, but what do you think about Endrick would be a perfect plan B? I mean, fucking hell. That's more impossible than Julian Alvarez. So what's the midfield of Real? Tchouaméni, kids, Bernardo, Bellingham? No. I think the graphics and the lines that I've seen is Bernardo, Valverde, Bellingham. Tchouaméni holding bench. Do you think both Julian and Rodri will happen? Rodri, yes. Julian, Endrick is a disaster signing long-term for Madrid. We can't give them out. He will be there. Araujo, just watch. Yeah, so far, both Victor Roque and Endrick kind of, not doing well. Here comes Forge on the right-hand side. Goes down very, very easily. Goal kick. Endrick, come on, chat. Madrid on the right side. Endrick could be a long-term beast for us, though. But yeah, I know Madrid never saw. I mean, no. Thank you, no, thank you. Hendrik would cook so hard for Barca. We did want him. We did say Barca was his dream club, that he went and fucked off to Madrid. But I wouldn't go for Hendrik. The funniest thing today that I've seen is Rooney posting a wallet side for him on his Instagram of his price being 15 million, which is a great fee for Rooney. So hopefully that's we're 9.9% of complete Rodri transfer. Yeah, we're almost there. I think it'll get done the next two days. I thought it would get done yesterday because Barcelona bid very, very early in the morning. I thought they were going to place another bid, but their other bid took a little bit of a while. So, like, it has to be done by Wednesday, I think. It cannot drag that long. Corner kick here for Forest. We're 4 minutes away from going to penalties. He's alright in Brazil, lol. I really want Roque to do well. Barca, how's it going from in Brazil? Barely. He's cooking. That's his level, I guess. Free header. Oof, all the way wide. Osimhen would be a dream. He would be a good signing. It wouldn't be a dream. But I think the problems outside the pitch for Osimhen way more than the benefits on the pitch. Unfortunately, I think it's come to that. We need Osimhen. Would be nice. Would be nice. Barca playing good right now. I mean, I don't really care. Giving away a lot of chances. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Flip Man City if they don't sell. They will. They will. Any smart club sells a player that wants to leave. I think Atletico Madrid is the only club in the world that will not sell a player that wants to leave. Fernando wants to leave Barca, out. Roger wants to leave City, out. You know, any top club, because it's just too toxic and there's too much downside. So it's not worth it. Oh my god, the rain is actually really bad. Here comes Rafinha. Rafinha some space here. Crosses in far post. Adieme couldn't make it. Corner kick for it. Oh my god, it's a fucking storm, blood. Oh my god. The snow is diabolical. I guess the injuries for Rafinha, man, is always maximum attention, I guess. Here comes Fermin. Fermin screaming for handball. Give it! Oh my god! Penalty for Barcelona and the final kick of the game to prevent us from going to a penalty shootout. Fermin Lopez heads the ball, controls it with his feet. It is a clear handball. I mean, personally, I would have let it slide and went to a penalty shootout, but penalty for Barcelona and the final kick of the match that will prevent a penalty shootout. Allowing the Spark guy. Atletico Madrid IQ right now, negative 1,000. Atletico are baffling. They don't have any leverage. Alvarez is leaving. If not to use them for another club, they will not drag it down. They'll only have Sorloth. Apparently Sorloth wants to leave as well. But penalty here for Barcelona. Rafinha gonna be taking it, of course. Handball called on the Forest defender. Is it Milenkovic or something like that? Milivojevic or something like that? Last kick of the game. We finished the 45 minutes. Roger Pedri, Ding Dong, Bernal, Gavi, the best midfield in the world. Don't respect Frankie like that, man. That's your club captain. My god, can you guys hear that rain? Last kick of the game, Rafinha to win Barcelona their first preseason game, kind of. Juega bonito. Vamos, Rafa. Rafa steps up. Oh, what a penalty by Rafa. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Does his celebration. Hate my captain Roberts. Put respect on Frankie's name, blood. Don't chat to your captain and your midfielder like that. Great penalty by Rafa, which wins Barcelona the game against Forest. Beating Forest, you know, this is their best team. You know, they did miss some sitters for us, you know, 2 1v1s and they hit the bar, I think, as well. But, you know, being Forest the strongest team, you know. Vamos, Rafa! Forest losing both games is hilarious, by the way. 1 minute of added time given. Here's Xavier Spart. Downline to Rafinha, couldn't get the Rafinha and Adeyemi have switched wings. Prioritize his nationality instead of his club, get him gone. That's not really true.
Final opportunity.
Rafinha. Bro, I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, but it's crazy. Oh my god, I feel like I'm in a fucking tornado. Oh my god.
Nottingham Forest. And winding up the long throw. Staying forward. Barcelona.
There is full time. Barcelona have beaten
The victory. Their debut game.
Barcelona beat Forest 1-0.
Appearance. The tournament coming to an end. Their 2 games are up.
So Forest lose both, and everything will be decided in that last game on who wins this fucking cup. Your roof is about to blow blood. Sounds like it. I have Paramount Plus, but can't find it. It is there on CBS, so you should be able to have it. We signed the best German winger for 20 million. Deco's a legend. Deco has absolutely cooked this this transfer window. But yeah, 1-0 win against Forest. Now we're gonna wait an hour until the next game. Actually, not gonna wait an hour. We're gonna wait a few minutes because the second game should be starting immediately. Gibbs White is for some reason raging. I mean, it's a friendly mate. I mean, get your priorities straight, buddy. Barcelona should be releasing the lineup for the second game very shortly. So we'll see how it does fare. This rain is crazy. I gotta go check on a few things. No, waiting 15 minutes? I don't think so. I'll keep you guys posted. Let me just go check on a few things because I feel like this house is gonna fucking collapse. Alright, good news. The crib is intact. But my god, this storm is crazy. Blood blew away, y'all. Like fucking. This is what I get. Gotta make sure, you know. This is the responsibilities of an adult. Let's see what happens. I think we're gonna get the lineup going for, you know. The second game. Unless I'm tweaking. Man, I don't know. Maybe I have high expectations, but I expect them much better than this with that lineup. I mean, again, preseason. You can't be, you know, reading into it too much. My god, I don't know if y'all can hear this. I feel like this house is about to explode. I might be in a literal tornado right now. My god. Am I in a tornado? Oh my god. I gotta duck and cover. I'm in a fucking live ass tornado. Get me out of here. We can hear it, bro. You okay? I mean, I'm fine, but I feel like I'm about this. My fucking crib's about to collapse. Let me go check. My god. Keep hearing noises. I feel like this whole crib is gonna fucking collapse. Who scored this severe summer storm? Bus species is nothing more important than your life lock in. I'm locked in. Reset. My bad. By the way, you should take a video on your phone and show us what's going wrong. I don't want to dox myself. I don't want to, you know, leak the location, but Storm XL, yes. It was supposed to last long. I think now it's dying down. That sounds like gunshots, deadass. I mean, I think it's ended now, so I've survived. But now it's just stopped completely. Just stopped raining and everything. Then show us the sky. I've seen people get doxxed by showing the sky, man. You can't fall for that. Can't fall for that. No lineup has been, you know, not, you know, leaked, but released by Barca yet. I don't know what the plan is. We got some random guy analyzing the game.
Yeah. Just before stoppage time begins. No, this isn't going to favorite box.
No, it's a clear handball. I don't know what this man is trying to say.
I did like the finish though from absolutely taken. So this set becomes a championship. Udinese and Barcelona sitting on 3 points apiece. Comes away with our third and final. Will be. So we've seen 45 minutes from, and honestly, put out a strong squad.
I mean, the Forest's team was way stronger.
Right now, but they were still able to get the even in preseason.
Yeah, find ways to win games, and I think what Hansi's dealing with is a lot of missing from the roster. Comes to the World Cup players.
Facts.
Were in the teams. What was it? 16 players competed in the World Cup across multiple nations, and there's many celebrating that World Cup victory still on the victory tour. Be patient this year. You'll have to be patient for coming back, and then Hansi Flick, big task at hand. Be able to winning consistently in the league.
Did the game start already? What did I miss? No. How was the match, Barca boy? I mean, it was kind of okay. Last second penalty goal. It's whatevs. When Gordon and the rest of the local players coming back, they should be coming back this week in 2 days. Preseason without any new signings is always been. I mean, you have Adiemi. He's a new signing.
I know it's a penalty kick. It's controversial. Linkovic, what are you doing? Why you run the risk of?
The referee looked good. He just came off an injury. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I'm gonna actually go get some water. I'll be right back in like 20 seconds.
And I know they're going to be enjoying that 45 minutes getting to see their team play.
Maybe 2 losses for Nottingham Forest. This really important preseason in his first year. You could say they took a lot out of 45-minute match. When we come back, though, we're going to preview the 2 champions so far. SA Barcelona square off in a few minutes.
Rule number 1 in life: always stay hydrated. Hey, performance actually not bad. They're better than his Birmingham performance, for that's a fact. Did Barca tweet a new lineup? Might be just the same lineup. Just might be running it back. My takeaways are Rafinha for men look hungry and sharp. A spot right back looks really good actually, and Adiemi looks really good on the right wing. Rafinha wasn't that great. I swear Laporta is going to go poor again with the amount of money he is spending. Just as well as 14 pairs, never. Smart man. What's with these games? What's going on? We're playing like 90 minutes, but 45 minutes against 2 different teams for some cup, you know. So it's a little weird, but it's interesting. But the next game should be starting in like the next 5-10 minutes. I want to see Cortez play. If we have him as left-footed center back option, it's okay to go for Kuti as a perfect Araujo replacement. I agree. We should see Cortez in the second game. Did you see Fabrizio confirms Fernando wants to go to PSG? Yep. Everyone, it's confirmed now that Ferran Torres will leave Barcelona this summer. Probably the next week, I would say. Yeah, nice to see Rafinha, up and running. No, man, rule number 1 is never get married. I told you that.
Welcome back. We are getting you set in northeast Italy for the final match of the Friuli Venezia Giulia. 45 minutes.
Coming up next, alright, so the game is coming up.
Second one going the La Liga champion. Alex Perlman, enjoy taking you to this third match.
Sun is shining outside now for the storm.
God.
But it is in Udinese Stadium. Beautiful blue energy stadium.
Barca boy, compare yourself to Ferran. Who is better based on these things? Passing, dribbling, finishing, speed, decision making, and mentality. Apart from speed, I'm better than everything than Ferran Torres. Apart from speed, everything else I cook. Who broke your heart, bro? Me, myself, and I. Crazy. What's the score? I mean, the game finished. Barcelona did beat Forest 1-0.
Building momentum going into a new season. There's Christensen. There's already.
Oh, they actually just—it's the same. It's the same team.
Changes out there. It looks like it could be very similar and incredibly.
Oh no, there's a few changes. So Christensen is now the captain. So he's taken off Rafinha and Fermin.
45 minutes for this Barcelona.
Christensen has come in. Chesney as well. Martin. Xavi Spar's still there. Bernal's still there. So only a few changes. Cliver is on. Shane Cliver is on. Hamza's still on. So there have been some changes. I'm surprised there's no tweets or anything. Again, Viva La Vida just still playing. Do you think marriage was supposed to be a government contract? I thought it was made for God. What are we talking about marriage for? What's happening in this chat? We talked about marriage. Marriage is very much a blessing, though. So Adeyemi is still there. So I think Shane Cliver has come in for Rafinha.
Christensen comes into the Udinese lineup to captain Fulani.
And Tonkara's probably come in for Fermin. So only, I think, 2 changes for Barcelona. Maldini off, TB off. Maldini is still on. I don't know why he's still on the pitch. I think there's only been 2 changes for Barcelona. Tonkara comes in for Fermin, and Shane Cliver comes in for Rafinha. Yeah, that's only 2 changes.
Lineups. 6 for the Catalan outfit.
Yep, only 2 changes. Tonkara and Cliver come in for Fermin and Rafa. So 2 changes only.
This one. The away side. A fair few changes themselves. First game.
45 minutes, then look, 45 minutes is coming up here for Barca. Here we go. Barcelona have just released the lineup for the match 2. And yep, just the 2 changes.
Their respective names. Going through the honours. Nationality, very similar names. It's in the spelling. Gonzago.
This is Udinese Stadium, so we'll see how the team does fare.
Plenty of exuberance. Named by Flick. Taking up his position ahead of his including game here this evening. catches.
Oh man, these ads. Who do you rate more? Or Mikel gets. Is that the fucking new Arsenal in here? But I don't care. Let's talk real. What are Barcelona's major weaknesses and what do they need to fix? Mentality, pressing in certain moments, defensive actions under pressure. Those are my few. So we're about to kick off here. Here we go, we're underway here. Just the two changes for Barca. Nathan on the right hand side. Shot across goal, cross back in. Cleared away by Shane Kluivert. Are you gonna show us when the live match plays, please? I don't have a scoreboard, so now it's the preseason, so I don't really care too much. Whoop whoop is the sound of the Toulouse. Gunners have been gassing him, bro. They'll start to miss Trossard in 2 months' time. Don't worry. Udinese down the right hand side. Good interception that by Kluivert. Oh, great move by Tankara. Bernal into Christensen. Tankara's breaking ankles already, yeah.
Back four for Barca. Fresh faces coming. All there. Yellow. Shane Kluivert.
Foul there, free kick. He can show the game because YouTube would stop his channel since you can't watch games for free because it takes public away from TV apps. Will Rodri remove the pressure off of center backs, also off of midfielders? That's the dream and hope and plan. It's now really down to the execution. Do you ever feel like the chat is interviewing you? No. You guys can interview me, ask me questions. I don't care. What time are you on? I'm on 2:33, 34, 35, 36. 37, 38. Came and watched the bloody game. Well, you're not missing much, and I can provide updates. Christensen on the ball, finds Xavi Espart. Down the right hand side to Tankara. Nice little roulette. Couldn't get the ball back though and loses it. Here comes Udinese. Back into the defense, down the right hand side. In our next preseason game, the Joan Gepper Trophy. No, we have a game against Basel in Switzerland next Sunday. So a week tomorrow, we have Switzerland against Basel. Here comes Adeyemi on the right hand side. Cuts inside. Shot! Oh, over by Bernal. I've just realized no miss for Cortez. How hard has it been for you to be consistently uploading videos for like 6 years now, Barca boy? It's not been hard at all because I love it. I enjoy it. I like putting my opinion out there and for you guys to watch and leave your thoughts in the comments. So it's not been hard at all. I love doing it. Now we know you can count. Thanks, buddy. Make sure if you are new, by the way, to hit that subscribe button down below. If you haven't done so already as well, make sure you drop a like on the stream. It would be very much appreciated. Jarman has been good today. Nah. Don't judge preseason too much. But yeah, he's been okay. This ginger guy left back, what's his name? Jordi Pesquar. I don't rate him. He was very unimpressive in the Birmingham game as well, and this game as well hasn't really been too much different. Farinas hasn't been too bad. Christensen long ball to Adieme. Intercepted, drops to Tonka. Tonka's been impressive. Bernal. Good turn. Do you ever feel like we are a little hard on you with questions? No, not at all. In fact, I'd rather there be a billion questions than me sit here and just watch and comment the game with no reaction. How good was Adieme versus Forest? Very good. The signing of Rodri would allow us to finally be able to rest Pedri properly. Exactly. Rotation is going to be big. Especially in the season when you have so many games, you can't just rock the same midfield three. Don't forget last season in the Champions League, you know, we had Eric Garcia starting in the quarterfinals in the pivot, so that can maybe be another argument into why Rodri's in the good side. I want to see actually, did he start both games? Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid, UCL quarter. Oh no, the sun is coming on now.
Champions. Weeks.
So in the away leg, we started Gavi Pedri pivot with Fermin Daniel Olmo left wing, Fermin in the 10, Ferran and Yamal, Jordan Garcia partnership. First game was Eric Garcia played. So in the first leg, Eric Garcia played the pivot with Pedri. Daniel Olmo on the 10, Rashford, Robert, Yamal. Back five was still the same. So, you know, now you're having Rodri instead of, you know, Gavi instead of Eric Garcia. It's a fucking upgrade. Massive upgrade. That was a good tackle there by Farinas. He's been very impressive, to be fair. Can't even pronounce his name properly. Let's go feed Haya.
Brian Farinas.
Farinas.
Brian Farinas.
Farinas. Wasn't that far off. Hazard doesn't identify good talent. I mean, he signed Rashford, Juan Garcia, Cancelo, Rodri, Adieme, Gordon, but doesn't identify good talent. Perdona. Is there a Barca DNA player who never played for Barcelona that you wish signed? Verratti, first one that comes to mind. Delit. Nico Williams, I really wanted him. I don't think he's a Barca DNA player per se. I have to remember like every time we failed to sign a player, and if I wanted him or not. Who's the big player that I feel like there's a big player that we chased recently that we never got, apart from Nico Williams. But yeah, when you said that, the first thing that came to mind was Verratti. Maybe Thiago Alcantara could have kept him longer. All the arguments from Madrid fans saying Pedri and Rodri can't play together just to cope. Yeah, we'll have to see. I think it'll be different from Barcelona than it was to in the Spanish national team.
Well, club.
Feels like we're playing a fucking away game, man, with the atmosphere that these Udinese fans have brought.
Now, ordinary gel mix was, of course, winning goal scorer. Spain. Venezia Giulia.
Exactly.
Away.
Corner kick. I'm not gonna lie, thinking about Atletico, I wonder who Sorloth Kryptonite will be since Araujo is gone now. Christian header! Ooh, just over. Sankara is slowly becoming the next gem coming out of La Masia. Can't argue with that. Cannot argue with that.
Did well initially. Body weights. Good ball in.
I'm now, by the way, officially a proud owner of a Rolex, so I've leveled up in life. If you have my number, if you've been messaging me on Instagram, delete it. Life changed now. This cost me like what? I think it was 25K. Crazy. Got the Rolex sign there. Too good for this life. When you have a Rolex, life's different. Farinas. Nice diag to Adeyemi. Come on, Adeyemi, cook, man. What is going on? Yeah, come inside. Shoot that! Oh, saved by the keeper. Nicely done that by Adeyemi. More direct and, you know, more goal thinking than Rooney was against Birmingham. I've never seen you wear jewelry in your videos. Well, because it's just a face cam, right? I'm not gonna wear an earring. I'm not gonna have a fucking nose piece or anything like that. Oh, subs are coming in. Wow. Cortez, Balde, Hector Fort. It is strange though. Those players are only playing, you know, like half an hour. I expect Fort and Balde to get more minutes. But subs are coming in.
Field. Long by Zaraga.
You full time on YouTube yet? No. What time am I at now? 14:13, 14:14, 14:15, 14:16, 14:17, 14:18. Not even a necklace? Even if I wore a necklace, you wouldn't be able to see it. Probably like dangle to here. Yeah, I'll show you a sick necklace I have. Look at this for a necklace. Sheesh. Real diamond, real gold, obviously. We don't wear fakes around here. Had this custom made. Look at that. I rock this all the time. All the time. Now I dropped it. Am I on camera? Well, if it is subs here for Barcelona, they're actually coming in right now. Balde making his prayer. Besiwu, the debut for Besiwu or Besui or fucking whatever. Probably some of the big boys coming off. Bernal's coming off. That Jordi Pasquar guy coming off. Pasquar. Hamza's coming off. I'll have to wait for Barca to tweet it because I'm gonna miss a lot of it. What do you expect from the first 5 years of La Liga? 5 wins, the fuck? They said they subbed off Jeffrey Torres, but Jeffrey Torres ain't even here. Even the graphics are getting everything wrong. Is Yamal coming on? No. Yamal's chilling in Colombia, fucking partying up and getting lap dances 24/7 probably. So Balde has come in at left back. Cortez has come in for Gerard Martin at left center back. Hector Fort's come in for Xavi Esport at right back. Bisiu has come in for Hamza, which now has put Shane Clivert up front. Adiemi on the right wing. Bisiu left wing. Shane Clivert up front. Number 26 guy came in the midfield for Fernandez. But Bernal and Christensen are still on. Adiemi is still on. Chesney is still on. The rest of the team is not there. Yeah, so Bisiu, Cortez, Orion, Fort, and Balde come in. Pesquer, Farinas, Espart, Hamza, and Gerard Martin come off. And you see, once Hamza comes off, we got nobody fucking playing striker. We got a freaking winger playing up front. We are desperate for a striker.
Nice touches. Got in also. On to position in the midfield.
Where can you watch the game? I'm watching on CBS Sports. Christensen long ball with the top to find Shane Clivert, who fucking trips over his own feet.
Risky pass. Play.
Oh, referee called a foul on that by Christensen, a bit soft.
Zaba. There's a do with the free kick. That's on the face. Musa. Rostas. Come in. Now you're being chased. Great knife from the right. Palmer. Tossed into the middle.
Comes in all the way over.
Game stretching.
Honestly, Bisibu proves himself to be a complicated plan B for left wing. Gordon could occupy the second striker if we have to sign Alvarez is number 1. Yeah, I mean, if you sign Alvarez, you can maybe survive with, you know, other people playing up front. But if if the striker that we sign gets injured, out of form, poor touch there by Bisiu, who couldn't even complete a pass there on the touch. So you're leaving too much risk. That's why for me, I would sign 2 strikers, let Bisiu play with Barca Athletic, but train with the first team. That's what I would do.
Now to walk straight through to midfield. Then
Is Alvarez really coming to Barcelona? I don't think so, but the chance is still there.
forward out to Diemi. Space on the right. Turning cross.
Cross comes in, headed away.
That was in the middle. Bisiu does well to keep it alive for Barcelona. Now to Cara. Arrival. Here's some age.
And Emil looks good. He does.
This one's for the Belgian. Pacey.
It's Cortez. Christensen. Now wide to Adiemi.
Friuli Venezia
Nottingham loses it.
There.
This game has been Barcelona's preseason has been very, very boring this year. Usually it's a little bit of,
Well,
fun to it and stuff. Maybe because it's a World Cup.
the home side's a bit more adventurous. Okay. It's a shame for Chris away from fourth. Was defending. But there's also what's on. Those changes. Placing another team.
It was real fun when we used to dunk on Madrid before the start of preseason. That was the America preseason tours were always like goated. If Alvarez really pushed for only us, it is in interest of all parties to make it happen, but they won't. One party does not care. Time 23:12, 23:13, 23:14, 23:15, 23:16.
To allow Gate cover. Zone.
We are halfway through this first half of the second half, technically.
The first game. up. That's what they did to the second half. Final game. Card is brandished.
Yellow card coming out for Tankara.
Tankara. Zealous there. Comfort. Moving forward. Not the end is not there. Looks to come away. That's a good.
Here's Adiemi. Goes down, no foul given.
There's trying to ball. Able to get in play. To get the better. Bertola, who just wanted to emerge victorious.
Here's Cortez. Do the other players from the World Cup have a set date for when they return? Yes, they come back in like 3 or 4 days. Oh, more subs coming in. Tony Fernandez, Gilly Fernandez, and someone else. Oh, and Tommy Marquez. So 3, decent subs. I'm surprised these players are not playing more minutes. Christensen is coming off. Who's getting the armband? That's the question. Probably for Bernal. Bernal's coming out for Tommy. Now Balde gets it. My dog.
One of those to make weight.
So Christensen, Bernal are off. Gilly Fernandez is coming in. Adiemi. So 3 subs that are coming off are Bernal, Adiemi, and Christensen. Tony Fernandez, Gilly Fernandez, and Tommy Marquez have come in.
So we'll see the results in games. Udinese or Barcelona. Another goal. Closing segment of the cup. This is the session. Penetration.
There's Balde, Basiru.
Deep.
Goes back to Cortez. About 15 minutes to go here. We're to watch CBS Sports.
Is in a position on the bench. Fernandez. Deep one.
Hello.
Middle.
Tommy Marquez, by the way, is playing at center back. He's not playing in the midfield. He's playing alongside Cortez in there. Tony Fernandez is going to the right, and then Gilly is playing up front. Nice 1-2 between Gilly and Shane Clivert. Out wide to Tony Fernandez. Tony Fernandez goes for goal fucking outside the stadium.
Glory. his mark. Chase.
Chelsea playing the full game.
Really dealt with him at the back. Well, there. Cara.
It's Cortez.
Movement. Davis.
Here's Balde
Lewis time.
into space. I think Barcelona are playing much better in this half than they did in the first half. I will say that. Tankara's impressive, not gonna lie. He has been a bit rash, but he has been really good on the ball.
Leave some. Is it? Mayo. From the Ivorian. Venezia with numbers coming forward.
Here's Udinese, have some numbers ahead of us. Clear way by Fort. Tony Fernandez in there for the double team.
Now battling hard to try and move going.
Chesney comes down and catches.
Chesney coming in just about dealing with it. Second attempt.
So it's kind of a false nine. And what I would like to see is, like I said, drop down.
Smash forward effectively by Polish keeper.
Here's Tony Fernandez on the ball. Gilly. Back to Tony.
Struggling for a cutting edge.
If only Ajax would have taken on the full salary second, he would have already been able to sign Rodri. No, the salary is not what's stalling the Rodri deal, it's the fee. Because personal terms are agreed, which means that we've already offered him his money and he said yes. So just the fee with him and it's just a fee with the two clubs. But with Ter Stegen, yeah, his wages are too high for a club like, Ajax.
Fernandez. Okay. Only once more. The in swinger. Defending with Christensen. By Gabe. Using his footing. Got in.
Now it's just normal rain. Here's Tommy. It's not about the salary space. Barcelona will lose, not play.
Palma.
Barcelona will lose, not playing good enough.
Possession.
Who cares?
Barcelona. Really well with the outside of the boot. Tony Fernandez, picture of Christensen, but Barca on the cover.
Corner kick here for Barcelona. 10 more minutes till a penalty shootout will be taking place. News on Rodri and Alvarez. Rodri almost done, should be done, I would say, in the next, 2 to 3 days at the absolute most. I thought it would get done today, but I don't think it will. That's my prediction today, but it doesn't look likely. Alvarez will know on Monday. He's going to have a meeting with Diego Simeone on Monday, which is scheduled. He's going to beg Simeone to ask him to tell Atleti to let him to leave and go to Barcelona, that he wants to leave. Simeone will say yes, he'll try. If he says no, then the deal will not happen and Barcelona have to go to another striker. So, we are expecting an Alvarez conclusion by the end of Monday, Tuesday-ish. Here's Kluivert.
Tight spaces.
Bisiu. Cross in for Tankara. Misses the header. Goes out for a goal kick. However, is really annoying is that the board always tries to stay on the good terms with other clubs. It won't surprise me if they sell Casado to a Premier League club for 20 million. I would love for Casado to play in the Premier League. Put his name out there, let people recognize the La Masia talents. Like, I'm seeing a lot of Manchester United fans saying that they really want Casado on Twitter. I would love for him to go. I would sell him to United for like 25, 30 million. Saudi, I want like 30, 40-ish. So yeah, good terms. Staying on good terms is always important. What happens if United, what happens if Cisco wants to leave and he's, scored 50 goals last season, and we need a striker? So having good relationships is always important. With the way the market is going nowadays, he's worth at least 40 million, not gonna lie. Yeah. I do not disagree with that.
Out of the box. Canada will be full-man clean sheet. And there's free kick. It's deep. Receive the screw here. Once more has to Bertola. Good defending there from the Spezia man. Work. Free kick.
Over the top here. Good header by Cortez.
Is down. First time in the game.
At the start of the first game, when the players were walking out, there was a trophy being presented next to them. I didn't know this was a tournament kind of friendly. It is a tournament kind of friendly, yes.
Run there. Based pass. Tony Fernandez.
Not the best showing by Bisiu with, we'll excuse him though, first match it is, yeah.
Bertola. Vai. Put it out to Bertola.
From Udinese. Balls to the middle here. Cortez is the last defender. Does Cortez get there? He does, and so does Szczesny. Corner kick for Udinese. Good defending there from the lads.
Defending from Alvaro Cortez. And up from Szczesny. Just about able to keep tabs on Idrissa Gueye.
Corner kick for Udinese.
This is a chance to try and pitch it. It's a deep delivery. Christensen.
And across! Oh, all the people missed it. Udinese scored their one goal against Forest from a corner like that.
Udinese using corner to full effect in the first game. Doing the same here. With the header.
Do you know what the captain's capacity of the Camp Nou will be at the start of the season? Any changes? No, there's no changes.
Diverting touch.
Should still be around like 60,000, I think it is, or 65,000. The quarter comes in, Szczesny punches it away.
With a strong punch.
Not the best showing from BCU? Yeah, okay.
Another pressure.
Cortez is slow for Flick's team. It's not a really good showing, to be honest.
Done. Ball moving. Space for the killer pass. Beautiful possession and really breached the regard on many occasions.
Few minutes to go here. Looking like a penalty shootout, barring another penalty surprise.
Perhaps the best chance. A minute and a half. That side find the winner. And champions. Kicks. The victor. Yeah. Got it.
Oh, almost threw the ball there.
Pass it to Klein.
Bro, if we lose, Madrid fans will troll us. No, they won't. Namasia is just amazing. The players just play at such a high level. Oh, here's the ball in. Oh, there it is. Last second goal for Udinese.
Calmly lifted over.
All the goals have been last second. That's a last second penalty, so fair enough.
Udinese
1-0 Udinese.
breaking late on here. 1-0 with
They're really,
Forest and now
really celebrating this this goal.
with the strike in the final minute here. Energy Stadium into elation. Great vision
Typical cross through the middle, free open man.
from Chris again.
We're conceding the same goals. We're conceding the same goals
Mayo had it.
all the time.
It's there. It's calm.
You can make a documentary of how many times we conceded that goal.
Wojciech Szczesny. We crowned Udinese. Aiden Victors. Venezia Giulia Cup. Bouncing after
I hate this team. Walking goal. That's preseason. Let's not.
Abdullah Kamara. What remains? Extra minutes to be added on.
2 minutes about a time.
Barcelona of the ball. Venezia with
Do you watch any other leagues? I watch on my free time, sure, but YouTube has just always been Barca.
unable to find the back of the net in 50 last season.
Here's Sankara. Nice movement.
Previous campaign.
Nice cut back by Fort. Fort puts the cross in. Cleared away. Added minutes, yeah, there's 2 minutes out of time. There's now 1 minute and 30 seconds left of the game. And Barca's not going to go for it.
His scoring touch once again.
Here's Tony.
We hope so.
Bisiwu.
To mount a
Bisiwu's shot was trash. That could have been it, to be honest.
well, the top corner.
Some good movement there by Barca.
Fans prepared to celebrate all night. Yeah. Moving in. To be for Flick. This time around. Got something here.
Oh, we're going out for a throw in.
For the final whistle. Now,
Oh, there it is. Full time.
before blowing
So Barcelona lose the second half.
are the champions
1-0. So that means Udinese have won the, cup or whatever it is.
the evening of action.
But not a bad performance, honestly. Wasn't too shabby.
Piece of Italy.
And we'll discuss it a bit more in the match review, which will be coming up very, very shortly. Of course, thank you all for watching. Nonetheless, I had a great time on the stream answering all your questions and talking all things Barcelona. So make sure you guys tune in for that match review that will be coming out hopefully in the next 20 to 30 minutes. And yeah, I'll see you guys very shortly.